Scott Parker here with Ford Muscle at SEMA 2024. I'm here with Mike, who's going to run us through the Ford Performance booth. Always essential stop for us every time we come to SEMA. Mike, let's talk about this Gen 4 crate engine. What can you tell me?
This particular engine that you see here is the Gen 4X Coyote crate engine. We call it the X because if you look at the intake manifold on this, you know that the Gen 4 engine in the 2024 Mustang has dual throttle bodies, right, and the dual air boxes. Well, what we did, because a lot of car builders doing Coyote swaps can't package two air boxes, two throttle bodies, two air inlet tubes. So what I did was task the engineering team to come up with a solution. So what we've done is cooked up a recipe with a single throttle body manifold, right, off of the Gen 3 engine. So there's not the packaging considerations, right? From below the intake, it is all the goodies of a Gen 4 in the 2024 Mustang GT, right? You have the spray-in cylinder liners, you have some added strength in the block, but it still takes, it's the same bell housing pattern as all Coyotes, it takes the same FIAD. There is one other critical difference though on the Gen 4 engines. When you go to do the installation of your headers, the driver's side header flange pattern now matches the 5.2 liters. And they did that for manufacturability at the plants. So that's one thing to be aware of. Most header makers have that 5.2 pattern. It won't be a big deal. Just tell them you have a Gen 4 or Gen 4X, and they'll be able to get you the right head.
Gotcha. That's going to be a number one question for a lot of people, right? If it's got the single throttle body, which a lot of people fixate on that, it's got the single throttle body, why should I get this versus a Gen 3?
Gen 3s aren't available.
Yeah.
Primarily, right? The Essex engine plant that makes the Coyotes for the Mustangs and the F-150s have completely switched over to Gen 4 production now, right? Another important distinction is the Gen 4X in our PCM package is completely tunable because it's based on the Gen 3 electronics. Now, when we release the Gen 4 control pack that runs the dual throttle bodies, it should be noted that that is not tunable, right? The 2024 Mustang PCM requires a signed file to go into it in order to calibrate it. That's just not available. Mother Ford and the security measures they have, it's not tunable. So that's another major reason why we did the 4X, because we know customers will want and need to calibrate them and tune them specifically to their application.
Cool. And what did you mention about availability on this as well as the dual throttle body Gen 4?
The 4X engine is available now in the warehouse. I believe the MSRP is $11,500. The Gen 4 with the dual throttle body is also available now, same price. The control packs to run the 4X are also available now, right? There's a manual transmission version. There's also the automatic transmission version that runs the Mustang 10R80 transmission. And then we also sell them as a complete power module, which is engine, computer, and transmission.
Yeah.
You can get it with the automatic, or you can get it with a Tremec 6-speed. Comes with clutch, comes with a torque converter, all the hardware to bolt it together. You add your fuel system and your cooling, and away you go.
Gotcha. And both of those engines come with warranties?
Yes, 2 years, 24,000 miles is the Ford Performance Parts crate engine warranty. And we understand that, you know, when you're building a project, it takes time to, you know, get that project running. It's not necessarily from date of purchase. We'll work with you. as to when it gets installed and going down the road. If you have an issue, you call our tech line. Marty's great. He works with people to get you taken care of. We're not going to abandon you.
That's right. And what are the upgrades on the heads and the block from the Gen 3? I'm sorry to jump around a little bit. It was one of the things you had mentioned before, and I forgot to ask you.
No, there are some subtle differences to the cams on the 4X and 4 as opposed to the Gen 3. A little more lift, a little more duration. We do rate this, the 4X, at 460 horsepower, same as Gen 3. That's probably a little on the conservative side.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Well, thanks very much for your time. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.